time in the Philippines here, and it's still quite quiet. So I will do another one. I want to talk about this business of kiss women. I don't mean kissing women, you know, which is quite nice, by the way. I mean CIS, kiss women, and it's not cis women. It's a Latin word. All Latin C's are hard, and that's not a pun. Kiss women, okay? Lots of people don't like that term. Although it really, you know, it's one of those terms that if you're talking about trans women and women a lot, you know, it becomes quite complex, you know, to do the definition in such a way that it's not offensive and it is descriptive, you know, because you sometimes just need to make it clear that you're talking about someone who was born with double X chromosomes, a kiss woman, okay? But they don't like it. And it's even worse when they call themselves cis women. It's like, you know, Glasgow Celtic, you know, it's not a word. Any Gaelic speaker will tell you that. What the fuck does that mean, you know? It's Celtic. Anyway, leaving that aside, I have a proposition for you all. I think that what we should do is change it. Not use the term kiss, use the term double X, right? So you've got trans women and double X women. What's wrong with that? I mean, it's a bit like James Bond, you know? 007, 006, right? Double X woman. Ah, my God, she's a spy. She's a secret agent, double X woman, yeah. It's a lot, it seems to me to be, first of all, it's totally bloody accurate, you know? And it's fairly directly related to reality. I mean, whereas kiss is like, kiss means on this side. In Latin, it means, you know, this side. There's another use in biology, sorry, in chemistry, which is very, very arcane. We won't go there. But its original use was in Latin, and it meant this side of, you know, it was the same side as you are. For example, what was be called Cisalpine Gaul was that part of Gaul, right, which was inhabited by the Gauls, which was actually on the southern side of the Alps, where Transalpine Gaul is basically what is now France and Belgium. It's on the other side of the Alps, okay? And that's where the word comes from. It means on this side. So, you know, it's come to kind of mean this strange idea of kiss woman means like, you know, you're not allowed to say real woman, but that's what it actually means. So I would say, just use the double X. Why not? Double X woman. I'm an XY man. I don't have an issue with that. Why would anybody have an issue with that? It's a statement of fact. You know, we're not dragging words out of ancient history and changing their meaning to accommodate people. We're just stating a simple fact that there are two kinds of people who look like women, and some of them have double X chromosomes and some of them have XY chromosomes. So if we want to differentiate between them, you lot are double X and you lot are XY. So you've got double X women and XY women. Why is that a problem? The reason it's a problem, of course, is that, and this is where it gets unfunny, is that feminists in particular think that they have some sort of territory. Oh, do be quiet. The cat has just got this, you know. Anyway, feminists in particular think that they have these territorial rights over the word woman. It's like, no, that's ours. Oh, we've spent years fighting for the rights of women. Oh my God, we're women. We're really women. We're such real women. But no, don't have any babies. Oh, no, don't do that. No having babies. That's just pandering to the patriarchy. So what makes you a woman? In Asian terms, it's you are not a woman because you ain't having kids. You've denied your own womanhood. You said, I'm not a woman. So it's like, oh, shit. What are we going to do? Well, what we're going to try and do is just try and ignore all that stuff altogether and pretend it's not true. But it is bloody true. That's why we have the terms Miss and Mrs. and why feminists were so determined to get rid of them. Why? Because Mrs. meant you were married. And in those days, being married meant you were a mother. Okay? absolutely clear. There's no fucking pill to take. You know, your husband took you home. That's why the whole thing about, you know, the first night and the honeymoon and all the rest of it, the whole point of that was to get the girl pregnant. And as soon as she's pregnant, she becomes a woman, right? Because she's already a mother. She's got a baby inside her. It's also why abortion is immoral, but that's another argument. So I think we can safely suggest to the feminists that, okay, we'll buy all this, you know, don't use Ciswoman. Oh, it's fine, you don't like it very much, that's fine, don't feel particularly bad about it. Sorry about the light going up and down a bit. I don't feel particularly bad about it. Double X woman works fine for me. Why wouldn't it work for you? Of course, the reason is that then you're going to say XY woman, and it's like, no. Oh, no. Those are Tims, trans-identifying males. Fuck off. Just, you know, get over your bloody selves, you know. I'm going to listen to any, you know, I'm a goddess feminist. Any woman who's going to say, look, my definition of myself as a woman is rooted in the fact that I have 6 kids. So don't you bloody argue with me. Yeah, okay, I'll say, okay, sis, that's fine. I am not going to argue with you. You've proved your point, you know. You have created life within your body. You have replicated the goddess. You are the goddess. You are a woman. But when people are saying, no, don't do that. Don't have kids. Or don't have kids till you're 40. Or any other rest of it. Absolute shite that feminists pump on about. No, I'm not buying that. You've just lost it completely. You're basically denying all the things that might actually make you a woman. And the main one of those is motherhood. You know? You know, what's the point? You know, what's happened is that women have started to believe that they should be as good at being corporate executives as men. How is that defining you as a woman? So, of course, the feminists have had to try and get rid of all the proper, true definitions that worked and get these new ones. And, of course, the new one is you were born with a vagina. But, in fact, that fits exactly with the whole American, US-ican understanding of the world. It's totally superficial. I mean, what the hell is your vagina for? So most of you don't even have sex with men. Or you advise it. Oh, no. When a woman orgasms with a man, she is simply reinforcing the patriarchy's hold over her. Don't you know? So, you know, you've not only denied Goddess the Mother, you've denied Goddess the Whore. Or Whore, whichever you prefer. So what are you left with? You're left with this husk that isn't really a woman at all, but you're not going to let anybody else use the word because, well, that's ours. Oh, that's ours. We spent years. What you spent years doing was taking women from a position of authority and status in society and reducing them to that of men. Get something through your thick heads. Any person who is in a position such that that person does not have to work and somebody else is paying for everything is in a high status position. They are by definition higher in status than the person doing the work. It's basic. It's really, really basic. If you don't have to work, you're high status. If you have to work, you're lower status. So what feminists did was they took all the high status positions away, which was having kids, looking after the home and bringing up the kids, and having everything that you could possibly have wanted paid for by your husband, who worked his fingers to the bone to do it. They've taken all of that and said, oh, well, no, woman is something else altogether, you know. And it's really, you know, it's, oh yeah, born with a vagina. That's a woman, you know. Such utter crap. I mean, leaving aside the fact that there are people with Swyer syndrome, complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, born with vaginas, are in fact XY. So that whole thing, and it's just, you know, USicans are so obsessed with how things look and not how they actually are. I mean, it's a really sick culture that you've developed over there. It's sad. It's sad and corrupt, massively corrupted. You know, I'm leaving aside the political side. Anyway, I'll leave that one there for just now. So from now on, let's call them double X women. There you go, girls. double X. Like 007, 006, double X woman. Okay? Happy now? Yeah, you should be. Because it's all the concession you're going to get from me.